Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, we begin with breaking news. Mueller report. President Trump attempted to seize control of Russia probe. Let's take a look at the video.
Every acre of your land adds up to your own piece of heaven. So you need a dealer to help you put...
So that's the bottom line. After nearly 2 years of investigation, thousands of subpoenas, hundreds of warrants, and witness interviews, the special counsel confirmed that the Russian government sponsored efforts to illegally interfere with the 2016 presidential election, but did not find that the Trump campaign or other Americans colluded in those efforts.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we will keep you updated on that story as more information develops. Wild bee species critical to pollination on the decline. Let's take a look at this video.
Every acre of your land adds up to your own piece of heaven. So you need a dealer.
Welcome to today's Grow It Green. We're at Kirkwood Gardens, Squam Lakes Natural Science Center, and I always thought of bees as living in a hive, but here to explain to me that that is not the case is Rachel Massini of the UNH Cooperative Extension. So what is this? Bees aren't hive creatures of the hive?
Not all of them, Ray. Actually, everybody's familiar with the honeybee. Those are definitely hive dwellers. But there are hundreds of native and non-native bee species in New Hampshire that utilize either cavity nesting or the ground.
Okay.
So today we'll talk about that.
All right, so we're talking about that, and we're talking about how to attract more bees, I guess, and why do I want to do that?
Well, the more bees you have, the more pollination you're going to get. So, and we're trying to populate. Let's just put it that way. So,
okay, so I'm familiar with a bat house. Here we have next to you, what do we have here?
This is a bee nesting site. So basically what it is it's wood. It can be either softwood or hardwood, either one, but you want to make sure it's not pressure treated.
Okay.
And so we're going to drill a variety of different holes because, as you know, bees come in different sizes. And our leaf cutting bees and our mason bees are larger, and they prefer sites like this.
So are these individual creatures, individual bees?
They are. They're solitary, so they're not in the big colonies as we would think of a honeybee.
So they don't play well with others then, huh?
No, not so much. They do, but yeah, not in this case.
Okay.
So the nesting box here, there's a variety of holes, and you want to use a drill. It's between 1/8 of an inch to a half an inch. But some of the larger bees, like the blue orchard bee, prefers a 5/16 inch hole.
Okay. So now where do I want to put this on my property to attract these bees?
This will be either the holes you want to either face east or southeast, and you want to make sure that, as the sun's later in the day, it's shaded.
Okay.
So
it doesn't get too hot for them in there? Okay. And is there a set number or set size, anything like that?
No, you can make it as big as you want or as small as you want, but just make sure it's got some kind of roofing on it because that will protect it from rain.
Okay.
And also you want to make sure that it is about 5 feet up so it's not keeping moist being down in the ground level.
And we are talking a box here, so it's hollow in the center? You just cut the little...
Yeah, basically it's a piece of wood. You do not want to penetrate all the way to the back. You want that back of the wood to definitely be intact. And depending on the size of the hole, the smaller the hole, 5 to 6 inches in depth, the larger the hole, it can be deeper.
Okay, so in case we went over this information a little too quickly for somebody, what should they do? We have a handy fact sheet.
We have a fact sheet that you can get at the Extension Center or the info line, and you can call them at 1-877-EXT GROW.
And attract some of those solitary bees to your garden. That's it for today's Grow It Green.
Okay, and there you go. New Hampshire unsolved case file, disappearance of Rachel Garden. Newton teenager has been missing for 39 years. Let's take a look at the video.
Chapel Tractor has been in our family since 1955, when great-grandfather Pearlie and our grandfather George did.
Okay, and there you go on that video. Rescuers save man, dog who fell through ice in Canaan. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR.
Every acre of your land adds up to your own piece of heaven. So you need a dealer to help.
Emergency responders rescued a couple and their dog who fell through the ice in Canaan. Tuesday night, the dog wandered out and fell into Canaan Street Lake. The man fell in trying to save his dog, and his wife tried to help with a canoe, but she also got stuck. The man was taken to the hospital for hypothermia, and the dog was taken to a vet.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Berlin police seek public's help to find 11-year-old boy. Foul play is not suspected, police say. Police are investigating the disappearance of an 11-year-old boy in Berlin. Foul play is not suspected in Corna Darling's disappearance, police said. Courtney is 4 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 70 pounds. The boy's head is shaved, according to police. Police said he was last seen wearing a black long-sleeve shirt, gray sweatpants with and orange stripe down the side, and sneakers. Police asked residents to check sheds, outbuildings, and vehicles. Locals can expect an increased police presence in the city while officers search for the boy, police said. Anyone with information about the boy's whereabouts is asked to call Berlin Police at 603-752-3131. New Hampshire Highway Expansion Project brings sound wall dispute. Let's take a listen to this video from NECN.
Experience the new Genesis of Nashua. Experience smart technology. Experience true luxury. Experience aggressive styling. Experience exhilarating performance. The new experience in driving in 3 stunning models. Experience the G70, G80, and G90. Genesis of Nashua. Our journey has just begun. Join the ride.
In New Hampshire, an ongoing expansion of the Spalding Turnpike is creating some unexpected feedback from drivers upset that the new sound barriers going up are blocking some water views. But those who live near that project in Dover say that they should keep their eyes on the road. NBC 10's Perry Russum has that story.
On Dover Point Road, Sam Bittner is tired of listening to his neighbors.
Yeah, it's tough to hear, even as bad as my hearing is. I can hear them.
He lives near Pomeroy Cove in Dover, about 40 yards from the Spalding Turnpike, and it's about to expand from 4 lanes to 8.
Time-wise, we're only not even at 2 o'clock, and the noise is already there without the barriers.
The barriers going up will help block the sound of the 70,000 cars driven by each day. The problem is some drivers are upset. It also blocks their view of the water. A spokesperson for New Hampshire's Department of Transportation says the barriers have been a part of the highway expansion project for years. On Facebook, one person writes the barriers are absolutely horrible. Another writes their view has been stolen.
I always thought that main rules of the road is to keep your eyes on the road, but some people aren't going to be happy about it.
Stanley Whiting has lived by the highway for more than 20 years.
We can't sit on our porch, me and my wife, and we actually have to really raise our voices.
And this is only when it's at 4 lanes, not even 8 lanes yet.
Oh, yeah.
The only person we could find that doesn't want the wall lives right next to Bittner, his 94-year-old mother.
I don't like that big wall going across there.
Why not?
Because I love seeing the cars and stuff go by.
Bittner says his mom still has her view of the water, and maybe she'll be able to hear the boats going by.
It's going to make it maybe 70% better. Not going to be 100% better, we know that.
A spokesperson for the Department of Transportation in New Hampshire says the wall should be done by this year, and most of the project for the entire turnpike should be done by 2020. In Dover, New Hampshire, Perry Russum, NBC 10 Boston.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And if you drive on that stretch of the highway, we want to hear from you. Let us know, what do you think about those walls? Comment below and let us know. Stocks pair gains as healthcare slide continues. Stocks gave up most of their earlier gains on Thursday as losses in the healthcare sector continued for the 3rd straight day. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all enjoyed this afternoon edition of the Riley King Newscast. I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast, and I'll have an afternoon news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.